Welcome to the show. And on the show today, I want to talk about cruising when you're older, like cruising when you're elderly. I'm 66 years old, so I am a senior citizen, and I'm going to be cruising in a couple weeks. And there's things when you're older with cruising that are fun, and some things you got to be careful about and think about and be concerned about, I guess. And you should do these things if you're cruising when you're older. Okay. The first thing is to take out the insurance. Because, yes, there is a morgue on the ship because it's like a floating city. So if you would pass away on the ship for some reason, which it's probably happened before, well, I know it has happened before because that's why they have a morgue, because elderly people, even someone who might have a disease or get ill or something, would also need a morgue because if you pass away on the cruise, they can't just stop the cruise because you died. There's nothing they can do about you if you pass away, okay? But if you get very ill, they can bring a helicopter and fly you to the closest land hospital, which is a chance you'll take too with cruising. So, of course, when I booked my cruise, my last cruise, I took out the insurance so that they will get a helicopter if I need critical, emergency, hospital, whatever care, take me to the closest hospital in whatever country, wherever you're cruising closer to. If you're still close enough to the United States, if you went out of the USA, out of the ports let's say, if you're in New Orleans, that's in Louisiana, or Mobile, that's Alabama, or Canaveral, that would be Florida. Miami would be Florida. We went out of Texas once, Galveston, Texas of the USA. And then they have one in New York now, and Virginia, South Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, Florida. So if you're still close enough to the states of the United States of America, it would probably take you to a hospital by helicopter that way. So when you're older, elderly, and you cruise, you should definitely take the insurance. It's going to cost you, depending on your days of your cruise, like 50 to 150 bucks extra. So it's not a lot of money. It is for each person then if they all get the insurance, which I put the insurance on everybody from the 12-year-old up to me, the 66-year-old. And it's going to add to the cruise, but it's worth it in my mind for peace of mind. I like to have peace of mind. Wouldn't you, knowing that if something happens, you'd be taken care of? Of course, the healthier you are, the better off you'll be. Of course, cruising, when we cruised out of Galveston, Texas on the Valor, which the Valor is now going out of New Orleans, Louisiana, that is, and we didn't take the insurance. We thought, oh, we're healthy enough, everything's fine, we'll be fine. And we were fine. It was a good cruise, and we didn't need help. But what if you do? So the what ifs sometimes, now I'm not saying you have to, but as an elderly person, I'm going to, and I do take out the insurance, of course. So if you're in good health. Now, we're not going to live forever, none of us. No matter how old you are or how young you are, things could happen. You could get a disease, you could get cancer. Right now I'm having stomach problems. They ruled out heart, but could be my blood pressure dropping. I go to see the cardiologist on Friday this week, the 18th of August, 2023, and the tests have all been that my heart's pumping fine. Now, when I get the scope down my esophagus into my stomach, they could find ulcers, which I'm hoping that's all it is, because the pain I have in my stomach sometimes is bad, like a 7, 8 out of 10, 3 to 4 out of 10 in the mornings when I wake up, and 7 to 8 out of 10 sometimes in the evening after I've eaten. So I'm afraid to eat sometimes, and sometimes I get those heart fluttering things. That's what first scared me about it. Made me concerned when I went to the cardiologist, when I went to the doctor first, and they referred me to the cardiologist, and now I'm finally going to be seen October 3rd of 2023 by the gastroenterologist. And I'll probably have the upper GI scope and the lower GI scope, uh, the gastroscope for the lower GI. And I can't think of the word it's called. My mother-in-law had that cancer. She lived to be 90 something, 93, 94. But she had cancer of the lower bowel. And I can't remember what you would call that cancer. It's not old age, it's just a lot in my mind right now about it. So she had GI cancer. And when they do the scope, we'll find out about that. But with my health issues and being 66, I definitely want to do the insurance for the cruise, you know? And we pay our gratuities up front and whatever the cruise costs per person. And we took inside rooms this time instead of the ocean view. But you can get a balcony view, and there's also fancier, like rooms that are fancy. I don't know the word for that right now either. The rooms that are fancy. So also on your cruise, you eat, but take along things like Pepto-Bismol or Maalox or something for your stomach. Always take those wristbands. I wear them. I don't have them on right now, but they are a wristband that puts a pressure point. And I wear those, and they help my stomach and my whole dizziness. There's also patches you can put behind your ear. You can take Dramamine, something for the dizziness. Also, don't be afraid to ask a crew member or someone that, like your chef or whoever's waiting on you, I should say, not the chef, what you can do, because I think they give you a green apple, and there's other things that they can tell you to do for seasickness, whether you're young or old there too, but the older you get. And then there can be a stomach bug going around too, so take along, like I said, Pepto-Bismol or something for your stomach. Make sure when you're older you don't sit in the sun too long. Take a sun hat with. Right now I'm in the sun and it's beautiful. But if you're sitting out on the deck really long, you might sunburn, even if you put spray on or lotion on, even a 50 whatever cover of 50% cover of your suntan lotion or spray, you can still get sunburn. So take aloe vera along in the gel, aloe vera gel, and also wear a sun hat. Wear a sun hat if you're out in the sun. That's important to wear on a cruise. And I'll take 2 bathing suits because one will dry and then you can wear the other one the next day if it's the one that you wore the day before is wet. There's usually an area for adults only, so that's nice to go to because you're older and you maybe want a little quiet. Not that I don't like kids, because I love kids, and I know there's going to be kids on the cruise I'm going on. And if you feel good enough, do the things you want to do. Go up and do the dancing on the deck on the sailaway party or the dancing. Go to the piano bar and have fun there. Go to the club if you feel like dancing. Take walks around the deck too, that helps. There's always a gym on the ship too if you want to work out or walk on the treadmill or do some kind of workout, lift weights, whatever you normally do. But, the cruise might be 4 days, some are 3 days, some of those out of Canaveral, like the Margaritaville ones, are only 3 days. A lot of the Carnival ones, the Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCL, Paradise, what's one? I'm forgetting one that I was looking into. Anyway, they mostly all have gyms, and they mostly start at 4 days and then can go up to 8 days, and some go longer, but the 8-day one I like to go on would be on Carnival, going to Hawaii. But now there's been that fires at Hawaii, so pray for Hawaii, please, for that island that by the fires got pretty much destroyed, and there's hundreds of people that they didn't even find yet. They don't know where they are, maybe 1,000 or so. I'm not sure of that, but pray for that island in Hawaii. But an 8-day cruise would be fun, but the longest cruise, I don't know, 2 weeks. What was I talking about? I'm embarrassed that I'm forgetting about the cruise being so many days. You start with the 4-day cruise. up to an 8-day cruise. And then, I guess, like I was saying, 2 bathing suits are plenty. Take enough, like if you're medication, make sure you have enough for the days that you're going on the cruise. And take like a little first aid kit with Band-Aids and antibacterial lotion or salve or whatever, and whatever you think you might need for whatever your medical issues are. And I'm hoping to find out what my stomach is. But we won't live forever. So, and your cruise, like I was saying, this is what I was talking about. It might be 8 days, but 8 days, if you overeat a little bit on it in 8 days, or a lot even, the foods, and take Tagamet or some kind of anti-gas, anti-acid reflux thing. That's not important. It's what you do every day. I want you to be healthy every day. Don't be afraid to eat. Like I'm afraid that my stomach, when it's bloated, pushes up on my heart at night, and that's why it's fluttering or palpitating, and I had to see the cardiologist again. We want you to live as long as you can and enjoy. Have cruises, have fun, go to parks, go to different all-inclusive resorts in the world, even travel the world. Go to Paris, France. Go to Belgium. Go to, that would be Brussels, where my niece used to live. In Belgium, go to Belgium. Fly to all these countries you could be visiting. But, try to stay healthy. So don't eat a lot of foods that are processed, and quick, easy things. Prepare good foods for yourself. Today I'm preparing meat and a veggie. We're having avocado and a small piece of meat the size of the palm of your hand. You don't have to overeat. Yes, I was, and I still am, a food addict. I think I'm not sometimes, but I still am. I would turn to food for being upset. I run to the fridge right away. But don't do that. Try to stay healthy. Eat healthy. Watch Dr. Eric Berg on YouTube. And learn to do the right things for your health. You can get 10 more years maybe of having a good time, cruising, having fun, seeing your grandkids, seeing your family, just having fun. So, when you're cruising, when you're elderly, take care. You don't need a whole lot. Just take a carry-on luggage and only take one outfit for each day, and 2 bathing suits. You don't need a towel because all the cruises provide towels. Especially the one I've been on in Galveston, the Valor, the Carnival Valor. They had towels there. And you can just pack 5 outfits, your first aid kit, your meds, your hat. You can even wear your hat. And your like aloe vera and Pepto-Bismol, other things you need, like your wristbands for the seasickness or dizziness. And go light. Less is more on a cruise. Just take whatever. My cruise is 5 days, so I'm taking 5 outfits. 5 outfits. Somebody just drove by in one of their oh no, they're stopping now. Must be one of those souped up cars. Or is that the guy delivering stuff next door? Anyway, back to take things along you need. You must have a lift that he's putting down. What you need, 5 days, make it a light carry. Like a carry-on luggage, and you can carry it with you. You don't have to check it. And then just get in your room whatever time your room's ready, and whatever the sail away party is, when you sail away, you can just put it in your room and then quick get up to the sail away party. After you do the muster drill, make sure you go to your muster drill and go light. Wear your hat. Just pack all your outfits. I was saying 5 outfits, 2 bathing suits, and 1 fancy outfit for elegant night. If it's a 5-day cruise, if you have 2 elegant nights, 2 elegant outfits. And maybe 3 bathing suits, but 2 is plenty. That's all I took was 2 bathing suits. I think I only wore the one. I only went in the water one day. It was in January, so it was not that hot yet. But yes, make sure you do something, either an excursion that you want to do, or just shop at the shops, wherever port you're going to, and have a good time cruising. Cruising, elderly or not, young or not. It's good to have insurance. It's good to Uh, do what you can afford as far as spending, but have fun. Buy a drink or two. Get the drink package, whatever. But don't get drunk where you'll stumble and fall or fall off a deck or fall down a stairway or hurt yourself. It's not worth it to get drunk, but have a drink in moderation and have fun when you're cruising. And I hope you're having a wonderful day and that you just keep dancing. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Tra la la. Oh, and if you get to the green eggs and ham breakfast, have a blast.